Hmm. नेक्स्ट वीक से हम लोग ट्राई करेंगे, पूरा वीक करेंगे, मंडे टू फ्राइडे. So I told you that Plato has written 34 books, around 33, 34 books and 13 letters. And most important text was the Republic, the Statesman, and the Law. And here we have to read the key ideas in the Republic. Okay? If you see the Republic, it is one of the classical texts of in political philosophy, which talked about the politics basically, right? And what the basic idea about the human life, right? Happy life, prosperous life, how one should live a good life in a good state, right? So if you see, in this text, the Republic, the key idea that we need to talk about, the key idea that we'll discuss, the first is theory of form. Right? The second idea is, the very associated idea is allegory of cave. These were the two philosophical idea. Third, we need to talk about the theory of ideal state. Ideal state. And then we'll talk about division of labor. Right? And social classes. The next is idea of justice. Right? Then we'll talk about theory of education. After theory of education, we'll discuss philosopher king. Then communism. Right? Basically, we'll discuss about private property. And the family. Right? Communism of private property, communism of property, and communism of family. These are the basic idea that we need to discuss from the book, that's the Republic. इसके पढ़ने के साथ हमारा प्लेटो खत्म हो जाएगा. ठीक है? बेसिक आई टॉक अबाउट की स्टेटसमैन में क्या है, लॉज में क्या है, बट द बेसिक टेक्स्ट जो हमें पढ़ना है वो रिपब्लिक पढ़ना है. रिपब्लिक में ये सब बेसिक आइडिया है. that we need to talk about. Let's discuss a few ideas. Theory of form, theory of allegory of cave, then we'll discuss one by one. Now see theory of form. Theory of form. Do you know about this? Anything that you know? इसके बारे में अगर आप कुछ जानते हो थ्योरी ऑफ फॉर्म के बारे में कुछ जानते हो नहीं पढ़े हैं अच्छा क्या पढ़ा कुछ आइडिया आ रहा है दिमाग में कुछ ये पढ़ा सर नहीं आ रहा अच्छा टाइप ऑफ मैटर्स नो द टाइप ऑफ वर्ल्ड दुनिया the world. Basically, theory of form divides world. Basically, it talks about two types of world. One is the material world, another is the world of knowledge, the world of idea. Right? So, discuss कर देना उसको लिखवा दूंगा. If you look at it, theory of form basically talks about two worlds. One is world of idea. ये वर्ल्ड है हाँ बीच में कुछ और world of idea and material world. Not matter. Right? Now, what is material world? ये material world क्या है? ये दुनिया क्या है? Material world वो है जो हम देख रहे हैं. तुम मुझे देख रहे हो. You are able to see me. I'm able to see you. I'm able to see this table. I'm able to see the bottle. I'm able to see the computer. I'm able to see this, this building. I'm able to see the buses which ply on the road. I'm able to see the all materials which surround us. Right? Now, he said this material world is basically changeable. It changes with the time. It is not a real world. Right? The real world is the world of ideas. The real world is world of ideas. So idea first comes, then matter comes, appears later. Right? This world of idea actually is not visible by everyone. Right? It is visible by only those who have knowledge, who acquires knowledge, who have knowledge. Got the idea? So this material world is nothing but shadow of the world of idea, or image copy of the world of idea. Right? So, for example, what is this? What is this? What is this? This is chair, right? But this is not chair, basically. This is actually, the image copy of the chair that someone have devised. ठीक है किसी ने chair किसी तरीके से बनाया किसी ने chair you see the different types of chair, right? So idea comes first and then material comes later on, right? And this material is degradable, decayed, like body and soul. Body, what is body? Body reflects the soul, right? As soul differs, the body also differs, right? Body changeable, body can decay, but what cannot decay? The soul itself. Okay? So material world is changeable, it changes time to time, but world of idea does not change. Sometimes it is called illusion. It is called the world of illusion. हमेशा हम illusion world में रहते हैं. मेरे पास ये है, मेरे पास ये है, मेरे पास ये है, मेरे पास गाड़ी है, घोड़ा है, बंगला है, तुम्हारे पास क्या है? राइट, एक फिल्म में डायलॉग है ना, अमिताभ बच्चन का, तो वो कहता है कि मेरे पास माँ है, राइट. एनीवे, so this is a world of illusion and this is a world of real world. ये दुनिया कैसी है? ये वास्तविक दुनिया है, ये चेंज नहीं होती. This real world never changes. This is something called, eternal, unchangeable, undecadable. ठीक है? What the idea? बस यही, और कुछ नहीं. समझ में आया? पक्का समझ में आ गया? अच्छा बताओ क्या है theory of form? Talks about little, yeah, थोड़ा जोर से, loudly. Two types of world. ठीक है. What is material world? Yeah, whatever I can see, I can feel, I can touch, I can, realize, that is material world. What is world of idea? Yeah, what is world of ideas? It is a world of knowledge. Yeah, it is a world of knowledge, right? Which never changes, right? Which is eternal, right? So what happens most of the time, most of the time and most of the people live in world of idea. Sorry, world of matter. हम जॉब चाहिए हमें, है ना, हमें हमें सॉरी डिजायर होगा, यस. तो यहाँ पर बहुत सारे डिजायर है और लोग उस डिजायर में लोग बहुत गलती भी कर लेते हैं. जैसे प्लेटो जब देख रहा था कि पीपल लाई. लुक एट द इलेक्शन. लोग क्या करते हैं? झूठ बोलते, राइट. क्यों झूठ बोलते हैं? उसको पावर चाहिए. पावर क्यों चाहिए? हो सकता है मनी चाहिए. उनको अपना लाइफ अच्छा करना है. किससे? अच्छा घर चाहिए, अच्छा वो चाहिए, राइट. और उस कारण में इन दैट प्रोसेस दे डू सम इनजस्टिस. They do some injustice. For example, telling lie is also injustice. This is not good. Someone is telling lie, it is not good. Right? Someone cheating someone, it is not good. Right? So, who is doing this all? Those who have not aware about the world of real world. जिनको इस दुनिया की खबर नहीं है, वो ऐसा करते हैं. Look at Indian philosophy में क्या है? जिस दुनिया हम रहते हैं वो माया है. देखो ना गीता की फिलॉसफी क्या है? जिस दुनिया में हम रहते हैं सब माया है, मिथ्या है. वो दुनिया आज है, चली जाएगी. किसी का सुंदर रूप है, इसका मतलब नहीं कि वो सुंदर है, राइट. उसका सुंदरता मतलब उसका सोल कितना सुंदर है, वो है ना, उसकी उसकी आत्मा कितनी सुंदर है, राइट. सो दैट इज अंडरस्टैंडिंग. सो ही सेज, why people, the leaders, officers, why they are actually engaged in this? Because they lack this knowledge, the knowledge of the world of idea, the real world. Now, how one can get the real world? Right? Through the knowledge. How one can go through the knowledge? Through wisdom. Yeah. How one can get wisdom? Sorry? By experience, study, okay, and through your guru, your teacher. Everyone needs teacher. Look at Indian philosophy also, right? बिना गुरु का ज्ञान नहीं होता है ना? सुना ऐसा? बिना गुरु का ज्ञान नहीं होता. So one can understand the real world, right, through their their guru, their teacher, right? Soul can be the teacher. Soul can teach you. Someone can be teacher like Plato or as Socrates can be the teacher who can teach you the real world, who can tell you what is just, what is unjust, right? And we should give priority to the real world, not to the material world. Right? Look at property. We are actually fighting for the property, the petty things. Property. Nee, we kill each other, we cheat each other for the very petty things, like some property. Right? समझ में आया? चलिए तो लिखिए. जो आपकी समझ में आती है पहले वो लिख लीजिए. हाँ, नॉट इट डन वट एवर यू अंडरस्टूड. हाँ, वो प्योर है. व्हाट यू अंडरस्टैंडिंग दैट इज अ प्योर. आपके दिमाग में समझ में आ गया. नाउ यू आर राइटिंग समथिंग. डन. अब मेरी तरफ से एक लाइन लिख लीजिए. 2 4 5 लाइन 10 लाइन लिखिए. एंड आई होप यू हैव नोट्स. नोट्स है मैंने आपकी किताब, ब्लू बुक किताब. Yeah, you can also refer that book, right? Now, right, the text Republic, the text Republic is a classical work. The text Republic is a classical work in history of political philosophy. The text Republic is a classical work in the history of political philosophy. It is said that Plato is philosophy and philosophy is Plato. It is said that Plato is philosophy and philosophy is Plato. Right? Further, Karl Popper has argued that one can be Platonic, one can be Platonic, one can be Platonic or anti-Platonic. One can be Platonic or anti-Platonic, but no one can be non-Platonic. But no one can be non-Platonic. But no one can be non-Platonic. Non-Platonic. इसका मतलब क्या है कि one can be the admirer of Plato or one can be the anti-Platonic, means the critique of Plato. But you cannot escape Plato from political philosophy. Right? One more sentence you write. Plato is a father of political philosophy. 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 Right? Full stop. For him, different people have different capacity. Different people have different capacities of learning, and acquiring knowledge. Different people have different capacities for learning and acquiring knowledge. Different person have different capacity of learning and acquiring knowledge, and also understanding the world. And also understanding the world. And also understanding the world. Plato divided world into two types. Paragraph change करके लिखना. Plato divided world into two types. Plato divided world into two types. One is material world. One is material world. And another is the world of ideas. The world of ideas. Of ideas. Full stop. World of ideas. Full stop. Change the paragraph and write. The world of ideas. The world of ideas is real, perfect. The world of idea is real, perfect, and eternal. And eternal. And eternal. Full stop. On the other hand, the world of matter, right? The world of matter, which is, which changes with time. Which changes with time. Change the paragraph and write. For Plato, the world we see, touch, touch, touch कर रहे हैं हम. the world we see, touch, and experiences through our senses, is not real world, is not real world, but an image copy, of the real world, or image copy of the real world. The world we see, touch, and experiences through our senses is not real world, but an image copy of real world. Every day we encounter material world. Every day we encounter material. Every day we encounter encounter material world, like car, बस, कुछ भी लिख सकते हो मटेरियल वर्ल्ड में, जो भी आपको समझ में आए. कार, प्रॉपर्टी, राइट, पावर, all are not real. All are not real. The real world is the world of ideas. The real world is the world of ideas. The real world is the world of ideas, which is perfect, eternal, and fixed. The world of idea is never created. The world of ideas neither created nor destroyed. The world of idea is neither created nor destroyed. It is immune to change. It is immune to change. यानी कि बदलने वाला दुनिया नहीं है ये दुनिया ऑलरेडी है, right? World of idea, the world of senses. On the other hand, the material world is an illusion or maya. माया एक्चुअली हिंदी वर्ड में है, हाँ, इंडियन फिलॉसफी में है. आप माया के बारे में ब्रैकेट लिख दीजिएगा, इन इंडियन फिलॉसफी, बिकॉज माया इज कंप्लीटली इंडियन फिलॉसफी. माया इन इंडियन फिलॉसफी, ब्रैकेट क्लोज, राइट. तो यहाँ कॉम्पैरेटिव भी हो गया ना, कॉम्पैरेटिव हो गया. क्या लिखा? इट इज इन वर्ल्ड ऑफ इल्यूजन, राइट, like power, money, property, like power, money, property. It is destined to change. Destined, D-E-S-T-I-N-D, destined to change, मतलब इसको बदलना ही है, वो बदलेगा. कल पावर में कोई और था, आज पावर में कोई और है, कल कोई और होगा. पावर थोड़ी है कि मोदी जी के हाथ में रखा हुआ है. अशोका बहुत बड़ा एम्पायर था, मुगल में अकबर बहुत बड़े एम्पायर थे, मुगल के पास था, राइट. ब्रिटिश के पास कितना बड़ा साम्राज्य था once upon a time, वो भी बदल गया. तो मोदी जी कौन से बड़े लोग हैं, उनकी भी बदली होगी, राइट. Look at this philosophy he is talking about. During his time, if you look at powerful people, actually corrupt people, have acquired the power, and they were doing something, right, which was leading to injustice. Anyway, it is destined to change or decay, or decay, DECAY. Got the idea? Now change the paragraph. Plato slash सोक्रेटिस भी लिख सकते हैं, बिकॉज ये दोनों लोग कह रहे हैं, क्योंकि प्लेटो कह रहा है कि सुकरात कह रहा है ऐसा, गुरु मेरे गुरु जैसे कह रहे हैं. So Plato, Socrates argues that if the real world is a world of idea, if the real world is a world of idea, if the real world is a world of idea, then question how to get it. Then question is how to get it. How to get it. Plato suggests that suggest में ऐसा लगा देना. Plato suggests that Plato suggests that, है ना? Plato suggests that the world of the real world, the world of the real world can be understood through, the real world can be understood through guidance, or knowledge. Or knowledge, or teacher, or teacher. Okay? Now, full stop. Now, who is the best teacher? Write the question. उसी में. Continue with the line. Who is the best teacher or guide? Plato advocates that it is the soul. Which is an ultimate. It is the soul which is an ultimate guide or teacher, which can facilitate to understand knowledge or wisdom. समझ में आया? कौन है? सोल है, अल्टीमेट सोल है. आप अपने आत्मा को देखिए, आप कर क्या रहे हैं, वो आपको बताएगा कि सही है क्या नहीं है, क्या गलत है, राइट? ठीक है. उसके बाद कोई पर्सन है, आपके सोल में ही वो नहीं है, तो कोई पर्सन भी आपको सही से गाइड नहीं कर सकता. वो गाइड करेगा कुछ, आप करेंगे कुछ, right? So it is a soul. First you just measure your soul, right? That is a true ultimate, right, guide or teacher, right? He divided soul into 3 types, we will discuss later on, right? And that he said each soul should be trained, right? but ये हो गया. Theory of form we have done. Now write criticism. Yeah, criticism. Criticism. Aristotle, comma, student of Plato, again comma, in his text, Politics, Aristotle, comma, student of Plato, right, in his work, Politics, criticized Plato's form, theory of form. For Aristotle, full stop, then for Aristotle, comma, the world of ideas and the world of matter are the same. The world of ideas and the world of matter are same. Are the same. There is no knowledge. There is no knowledge that exists beyond the real world. There is no knowledge which exists beyond the real world, which is material world, which is material world. Aristotle argues that, you can change the paragraph. Aristotle argued that ideas are nothing but properties of matter. Aristotle argued that ideas are nothing but properties of matter. Matter and ideas are linked. Matter and ideas are linked. Matter and ideas are linked. Interlinked कह सकते हैं, linked or interlinked. Matter and ideas are linked and interdependent. And interdependent. And interdependent. Therefore, ideas are not outside of the matter, not outside of the matter. Ideas are not outside of the matter, but within it. But within it. Idea gives shape to matter. Ideas give shape to matter. Idea gives shape to matter, and it resides within it. And it resides within it. समझ में आया? So basically his own own student criticized his idea of the two world. Right? आप अगर एक पेंटिंग देखोगे तो जहां पर प्लेटो और एरिस्टोटल दोनों खड़े हैं और प्लेटो का उंगली ऐसे है दैट वर्ल्ड, और अरिस्टोटल का उंगली ऐसे है, दिस वर्ल्ड, राइट. सो दिस इज द डिबेट बिटवीन टू वर्ल्ड. इंडिया में भी डिबेट है. लुक एट लोकायत फिलॉसफी. लोकायत फिलॉसफी कहते हैं इस दुनिया के अलावा कोई दुनिया ही नहीं है. लुक एट लोकायत फिलॉसफी. तो कहता है ऐसा कोई माया नहीं है, ये सारा दुनिया यही रियल वर्ल्ड है ना, राइट. लोकायत फिलॉसफी क्या है? लोकायत फिलॉसफी जो अदर वर्ल्ड है ना, राइट, वो जो दुनिया है जिस दुनिया में हम जाना चाहते हैं, है ना, द गॉडली हेवनली, वो ऐसा कुछ नहीं. यही दुनिया रियल दुनिया है. यही तुम हो, मैं हूं, यही है, यहीं पर सब कुछ है. वो दुनिया है नहीं जिसको तुम कह कह के तो लोगों को उल्लू बनाते हो. Right, got the idea? So basically that was criticism. Now come to the another idea, that is allegory of cave. अच्छा मुझे ये बताओ, ये समझ में आया अच्छे से? पक्का कोई दिक्कत नहीं है? Now come to the allegory of cave. एक एक वही देखो, आप आज के व्यू से हम उनको क्रिटिक नहीं कर सकते. हो सकता है, राइट, यू कैन राइट द लोकायत, बट लोकायत फिलॉसफी ने डायरेक्ट क्रिटिसिज्म नहीं किया है. But we can see the Lokayat philosophy, which also believes, ये लिख लीजिए, in Indian philosophy, Lokayat school, Lokayat, Lokayat, Lokayat school also believes that the material world is the only real world. क्योंकि उसी टाइम की ये फिलॉसफी है, तो आज के फिलॉसफी से हम क्रिटिसिज्म नहीं कर सकते उनको. समझ में आया? हाँ, अरिस्टोटल के आइडिया से प्लेटो को क्रिटिसिज्म कर सकते हैं. Similar है, and the time is also somehow similar. That's why you are mentioning. Otherwise you cannot mention कि मार्क्स से क्रिटिसिज्म कर दो, उसको नहीं चलेगा. यहाँ पे मेटेरियलिस्ट बहुत लोग हैं, मार्क्स है बहुत लोग हैं, तो आप नहीं डाल सकते. राइट, उसी सेंचुरी के आसपास का है, राइट. ठीक है, अब चलिए अब करते हैं हम एलोगेरी ऑफ केव. अच्छा समझ में आया ना? चलो बहुत बढ़िया. एलोगेरी ऑफ केव, एलोगेरी ऑफ केव. अब जो एलोगेरी ऑफ केव है, इट्स वेरी लिंक्ड विद द थ्योरी ऑफ फॉर्म्स, बड़ा लिंक्ड है. अब एरिस्टो प्लेटो क्या कहता है कि देखो दो तरह की दुनिया है, एक तो रियल वर्ल्ड है और एक है द मैटेरियल वर्ल्ड, राइट. वो कहते हैं कि हम जब समाज में रहते हैं ना, डिफरेंट पीपल हैव डिफरेंट एक्सपीरियंसेस, डिफरेंट कैपेसिटी, राइट. सो ही सेज दैट look at in the society we remain happy, right, we are chained, we have relationship, we have brother, we have sister, we have family, we have mosa mosi, right, extended family, and we are happy, right, and we are happy, and we can see something which is, we can't see the beyond something, right, because we are happy, we are bounded with the chain, social chain. And what we can see, like, a person can see in a cave, and he see, like, let me put some idea of cave. Look at, like, there is a cave, and here you can see there is a one fire, एक fire जल रही है, and then few people are sitting here. Imagine, this is something called analogy. Analogy जानते हो? Analogy होता है similarity बता करके. Similarity, ये एग्जाम्पल है, ऐसी ही दुनिया भी ऐसी है, सिमिलैरिटी. नाउ ये दुनिया कैसी है? तो दुनिया है एलिगोरी ऑफ केव की तरह. राइट। दुनिया में हम लोग कैसे हैं, तो लोग ऐसे जुड़े हुए हैं, आपस में रहते हैं, राइट। और यहां पर अब ये कहानी केव की सुन लो। केव की कहानी ये है कि ये केव है जहां पर 5 7 10 लोग बैठे हैं और यहाँ पर फाइट चल रही है और यहाँ पर कुछ ऑब्जेक्ट है, राइट। वहां पर वो उसको देख पा रहे हैं, राइट, एंड दे आर हैप्पी, राइट। नाउ दे आर हैप्पी विद दिस द नॉलेज ऑफ दिस वर्ल्ड, राइट। बट बाहर क्या है, सनलाइट है, सनलाइट है। सनलाइट के थ्रू आप और अच्छे से चीजों को बाहर देख सकते हैं, राइट। आपने मेढक का कुआं सुना है, राइट। कुआं जब मेढक में रहता है तो उसी में टर टर कहता है, दुनिया उसको अच्छी ऐसी लगती है, राइट। प्लेटो के हिसाब से दुनिया बहुत बड़ी है। दिस वर्ल्ड ऑफ नॉलेज इज वेरी बिग, इवन यू कांट कॉम्प्रिहेंड, इतना बड़ा है। यू कैन एक्वायर नॉलेज, यू कैन एक्सप्लेन नॉलेज, यू कैन एक्सपीरियंस नॉलेज, बट कितना है यू कांट से, राइट। look on this universe is undefinable, do you know? This universe is undefinable, राइट। उसमें एक मिल्की गैलेक्सी है जिसमें कितने सारे ग्रह हैं, उतने सारे ग्रह में एक पृथ्वी है, पृथ्वी के पे इतना सारा हैबिटेशन है, राइट। उस हैबिटेशन में मनुष्य का एक हैबिटेशन है, मनुष्य के हैबिटेशन में 200 के आसपास कंट्री है, 200 कंट्री के आसपास एक इंडिया है, इंडिया में एक दिल्ली है जहां पर हम लोग दिल्ली के एक छोटे से जगह पे बैठे हुए हैं। लुक एट द वर्ल्ड जिसको हम कंप्रीहेंड कर पा रहे हैं, लुक दिस इज कॉम्प्रिहेंडेबल, जो हमने कंप्रीहेंड किया है। बट देयर आर मल्टीपल गैलेक्सीज, यू नो, जो अगर बड़ा होता है मल्टीपल गैलेक्सीज, दिस वर्ल्ड इज uncomprehendable. Yes, you can experience, you can acquire knowledge, right? Similarly, look at the society. Several things is there, right? So if you look at the society, we live in like in a people living in a chain. We are happy with the existing system, right? Because these people are happy with the existing system and they don't want to come out. They don't want to come out. But when they come out and see the real world, right, they become, you know, salivated type. Oh, उनको knowledge मिल गया, right? Now, why people don't want to come outside? Lack of teacher, the lack of true teacher, the true guide, the true soul, right? The soul, right? Now, what happens when they come outside and then they see the real world, and जब वो वहां पर जाता है, दूसरे को बताता है, the other laugh at him. दूसरा हंसता है, हा हा हा, देखो ये कैसा पागल है, दुनिया है, दुनिया वो है. Look at similarly when we live in society, right? And when we are happy with the existing system like intra-caste marriage, intra-caste dining, right? The tradition, the customs, we are happy, right? We are living like a मेढक का कुआं, यही असली दुनिया है, बाहर नहीं जाना, वहीं जो खाना मिल रहा है वही खाना है, right? But you come out of the society and see the world, right? Roam around the globe and see what are the real world, the world of ideas, right? But when you know the real world, like you know something like equality, you know something like liberty, you knew when you come out of it, when you have certain guide, certain philosopher, certain teacher, right, who taught you that no, there is no difference between man and woman. Now, when same people will go and tell the other, देखो ऐसा कोई भेदभाव नहीं है, there's no difference between man and woman. Now all will start laughing at you, right? Now laughing resonates ignorance. They don't want to change. They don't want to change, right? But the person who came out, see the real world through the knowledge, and he went outside, inside again, and told everyone, this is not real world. Come out of this cave, right? He is the true guide. He is the teacher, basically, who goes inside again and then asks everyone that look, this real world is not the real world, right? Here there is a limited Limited light. What is this wood, fiery wood? Limited knowledge. Because limited light. In limited light, you can see the limited things. Come out of this. So the sun is, lightening everyone. Right? The real world is outside. Right? So he wants to say that we live in the life of ignorance. Generally we live life like ignorant life. ठीक है, सब बढ़िया, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है, सब ठीक है, बढ़िया, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है, हमें क्या करना, right? But there are people who actually try to gain knowledge, or who have knowledge, who cannot remain, peasants, who cannot satisfy. Let me tell you, Socrates never satisfied, right? Later on, I'll teach you. Mail में कहता है कि dissatisfied man is better than, right, a satisfied fool. Right? Dissatisfied Socrates was better than satisfied fool. Right? So what happens? We live generally like life of ignorance. We carry on this all practices, all old age customs, traditions, even it is unjust. Even it is unjust. Right? And if some person go out and see the real world, the true knowledge, right? And then when go out, people laugh at them. What do you know? It happens, right? Now the laughing actually shows the, ignorance, right, of the people. They don't want to change. They are happy. It's not that they are not happy. They are happy. They are happy within that world, right? But the person who went outside and told someone to see the real world can be the true guide. Am I making sense? So moral story is that, और बात ये है कि मान लो कि इसने जो कुछ किया, आप इसको रॉन्ग नहीं कह सकते. अब ये कास्ट सिस्टम या पेट्रियार्की प्रैक्टिस कर रहा है, you cannot say that person is doing wrong. That person is doing because in absence of knowledge. Right? If someone know that equality is good, then he will not repeat the same wrong. Am I making sense? Right? Someone doing casteism because they are not doing because they are doing intentionally. No. They are doing in the lack of knowledge, the true knowledge. Got the idea? Right? And people laughing, people signify the, the ignorance. They hesitate to change. If you go to the village and see people, okay, क्यों believe करते हो? आज modern दुनिया हो गया है. People don't believe in casteism, don't believe in patriarchy. People have become more equal, more modern. Right? नहीं. शादी आप कहीं भी करो, कोई यहाँ से है तो कोई वहाँ से है, and they marry. Right? बोला क्या तुम यहाँ छोड़ के जा रहे हो? यहाँ की दुनिया कितनी बढ़िया है. Isn't it? Right? There are many movies which made like that. राइट एक मूवी है जिसका नाम है, बहुत लोग देखते हैं, तन्नू वेट्स मन्नू रिटर्न्स. देखा है? नहीं? तन्नू वेट्स मन्नू देखी मूवी भी नहीं देखी. रिटर्न इज लाइक बेस्ड ऑन दैट आइडिया. कोई मूवी, कोई लड़का है दिल्ली का, लड़की हरियाणा की, पूरी हरियाणा में लोग लग जाते हैं उसका शादी ना हो लड़की का, बट लड़की का जो भाई है वो सपोर्ट करता है उसको. वो बोलते कम्युनिटी से बाहर चली जाएगी, हाँ अपना जनसंख्या घट जाएगा. राइट? तो रिस्पॉन्ड करता है कि क्या हमारा जो कम्युनिटी है क्या डायनासोर का कम्युनिटी है, तो एग्जिस्टेंस ही खत्म हो जाएगा? ऐसा तो नहीं है. राइट? एनीवे, गॉट द आइडिया. एंड द सनलाइट रिप्रेजेंट्स द ट्रू नॉलेज. This is story, and through story he wants to tell us that look, right, the existing practices we must inquire. Whatever the practices we do, we must inquire. Right? We must inquire into that. And we always strive to the world of ideas, the real world. Right? If someone is wrong, they are not wrong because of they are bad person. No. Right? They are doing because of the lack of knowledge. Knowledge नहीं है इसलिए वो ऐसा कर रहा है. राइट। हम कहानी में भी कहते हैं कि पर्सन इज नॉट बैड, एक्चुअली यू नो द आइडिया जो उसके पास नहीं है इसलिए वो खड़ा ऐसा काम कर रहा है, राइट। अगर एक बार वो जान जाए, उसके पास पता चल जाए कि ऐसा, look at it happens in every household, everyone household. Some practices is undesirable, like patriarchy, right? The caste, right? But it happens. I'm making sense, right? So he says the true knowledge is the knowledge of the world of knowledge, right? True world is the world of knowledge, and we always should strive for getting knowledge or acquiring knowledge, and we should also tell someone if something is wrong. It may be that that person may laugh at you. That person may laugh at you, right? You may feel hesitant, है ना, आपको लगेगा कि क्या मैं क्यों बोल दिया, है ना, but no, you should speak wherever there is injustice, there is a wrong. Wrong is wrong, right? It was wrong, it is wrong, and that will be wrong. Something is just, it was just, it is a just, it will be the just. है ना, it always will be just, right? And it is a transcendental. हमेशा वो सही होता है, जैसे कि जस्टिस हमेशा सही होगा, वो कल भी जस्टिस था, आज भी जस्टिस है, और कल भी वही होगा, वो बदलेगा नहीं, right? Some ideas are transcendental, it never changes, like the world of ideas never changes, it remains same in throughout the world and through time to time. It does not changes with the time. What changes? The material world. बदलता क्या है? तो material बदलता है, right? Like soul कभी नहीं मरता. Indian philosophy में body decay होता है, right? Soul कभी मरता नहीं, right? हाँ, it is always eternal, right? So, and what is the body? Body is a reflection of soul, nothing else, right? किसी का soul अच्छा है तो वो इंसान अच्छा है, किसी का soul नहीं है, right? अच्छा है तो वो खराब है. कितना आप देखोगे कितना बड़ा चोर होता है, मतलब एक आप देखोगे, और टेररिस्ट, look at the body, right? They're very smart, नहीं, right? Why do they do that terrorist activity? Because of lack of knowledge, the true knowledge. नहीं होता है, sometimes ओहो कितना लग रहा है अच्छा घर का बच्चा है, होता है ना, right? Why is that person does some action? Because of the lack of knowledge. What idea? That is allegory of cape. Allegory of cape symbolizes that we do wrong action in the lack of knowledge, the lack of ignorance, right? And therefore we should acquire knowledge. We always should acquire knowledge, right? Got the idea? And we always speak where there is an injustice, right? Where the action is done in absence of knowledge. The person may be laugh at you. It happens, right? But Socrates was very courageous. He used to say, even speak truth, even against your, even in front of the power. अगर बहुत बड़े पावरफुल इंसान आ जाए ना, सच्चाई बोलना हो आप जरूर बोलो, right? You never speak someone उसको अच्छा लगे, होता है ना, sometimes, all the times होता है क्या, आप जो कल गलत कर देखो, कितने भी ऑल मिनिस्टर्स जितने भी लोग हैं उनके एडमायर सब एडमायरर्स है, एडमायरर्स, राइट? उसके गान गाने वाले, आप कितने बढ़िया, आप महान हो, जय मोदी जी की, जय ये जय वो, राइट? जय जयकार लगाते हैं. एंड उसके मतलब ऐसा कोई रास्ता इंसान नहीं जो उसको सही रास्ता दिखा दे, उसको भी लगता है मैं सही कर रहा हूं. What happens that any MP or MLA, उसको भी लगता है मैं सही कर रहा हूं, बट वो गलत कर रहा होता है. Why is it so? Because of the lack of knowledge. Got the idea? That person is not wrong. That person is not wrong. What is wrong? What wrong is the condition in which he is. The person surrounded him, that is wrong. उसके साथ जो रहने वाले लोग हैं वो गड़बड़ है, और इसीलिए वो ऐसा एक्शन कर रहा है ना. कोई चोरी ऐसे नहीं बनता चोर, वो जिस सर्कल में सर्कमस्टांसेस होता है तब वो बन जाता है, एक्शन हो जाता है, राइट। अगर उसको तो नॉलेज हो जाए तो फिर वो ऐसा काम नहीं करेगा। मेकिंग सेंस? चलो अब लिखो। समझ में आया? पक्का? राइट। तो ये बीच में पिक्चर बना लो, ऐसा कुछ। लिबर्टी इक्वालिटी मत लिखना, एंड देन यू राइट। वो मैंने ऐसे लिख दिया था। दिस पिक्चर यू कैन थोड़ा सा स्पेस देके यू कैन पुट द पिक्चर। I'm a bad, मुझे अच्छा पिक्चर नहीं बनाने आता है। I've just made a rough picture. Done? Right? No, right? The allegory of cave, right? Few lines. The allegory of cave refers to the existence of two worlds, two world, which is radically different from each other. Which is radically, radically. Allegory of cave refers to the existence of two types of world, which is radically different from each other. It is about two kinds of outlook, outlooks or perspective, two kinds of outlooks or perspectives, right? Full stop. Change the paragraph and write Plato argues that people 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 act wrongly. People act wrongly due to their ignorance. Due to their ignorance or lack of knowledge. People act wrongly due to their ignorance and lack of knowledge. In our everyday life, अब अपने एग्जाम्पल दीजिए। In our everyday life, we act we act wrongly, like patriarchy, like patriarchal practices, like patriarchal practices. Patriarchal practices. स्पेलिंग सही कर लीजिए 25. Patriarchal practices. इसे मुझे बताना क्या लिखा. Practices. Due to our lack of knowledge, due to our lack of knowledge, due to lack of knowledge, right? Plato argues that when people acquire true knowledge, when people acquire true knowledge, Plato argued that when people acquire knowledge, comma, they act in right direction. Acquire knowledge, they act in right direction. And the right conduct gives happiness. The right conduct gives happiness, well-being, and perfection. The right conduct makes life a good life. The right conduct makes life a good life. The right conduct makes life a good life. The right conduct makes a life a good life. Now look at how he was actually concerned with the good life, the happy life, the prosperous life. Right? ऐसा नहीं कि मटेरियल गुड्स आपको हैप्पी लाइफ दे सकता है, नहीं. अगर ऐसा होता तो बड़े बड़े जो कॉर्पोरेट है वो भी बाबा के शरण में जाते हैं. पता है ना, जो बहुत लोग बड़े बड़े पढ़ते हैं वो डॉक्टर इंजीनियर बनते हैं. जो उससे कम पढ़ते हैं वो थोड़ा सा IAS का एग्जाम दे लेते हैं. राइट? उससे कम पढ़ते हैं क्या, हाँ, उसके बाद कम पढ़ते हैं तो फिर MLA का इलेक्शन लड़ लेते हैं. उससे कम पढ़ते हैं, जो सब नहीं पढ़ते हैं वो बाबा बन जाते हैं. राइट? और जो बाबा बन जाते हैं वो जो सबसे हाईएस्ट पढ़ा लिखा है उसको बेवकूफ बना दे. लुक एट, मतलब सिर्फ किसी का आया था. राइट? हाँ, देखा होगा. राइट? वो चल रहा था, वीडियो वायरल हुआ था. लुक एट, तो that is not the right things. Right conduct is any conduct in the presence of true knowledge. That is right conduct. If you have knowledge and if you are acting in direction of the right knowledge, then this is a right conduct. Otherwise, it will be wrong. समझ में आया? देखिए, change the paragraph and write. Change the paragraph and write. Plato gives an example of allegory of cave. Plato gives an example of allegory of cave. Plato gives an example of allegory of cave. He said that we live in our society like people live in cave. Like people live in cave. in which light comes from a firewood, in which light comes from a firewood. A firewood. In the cave, in the cave, people are able to see only limited things. In the cave, people are capable to see only limited things, but they are very comfortable. But they are very comfortable due to the chain. Due to the chain. People are very comfortable due to the chain. Clear? But the real world is outside of the cave. But the real world is outside of the cave, in which people are able to see everything very clearly. But real world is outside of the cave, in which people are able to see everything clearly. People are able to see everything clearly due to the sunlight. Due to the sunlight. Now change the paragraph and write, the life in cave is an illusion or maya. Life in the cave is an illusion or maya. Similarly, living, living, similarly, living in society, living in society in absence of true knowledge, in absence of true knowledge, true knowledge is like illusion, is like an illusion. Right? We are happy with the existing system. We are happy with the existing social, cultural, okay. We are happy with the existing social, cultural, and religious practices. Social, cultural, economic, and economic भी जोड़ देना, because that are also very discriminatory. We are happy with the existing social, cultural, economic, and religious practices. Life is life. Life is like. Life is like people living in the cave. Life is like people living in the cave. Very comfortable, very comfortable, and do not want to go outside. And do not want to go outside. This is philosophy, right? Wisdom hai ye. Do not want to go outside. Right? change the paragraph and write Plato advocates that the real world is a world of ideas. The real world is the real of ideas, the true knowledge. The true knowledge. Which is present in the out, which is present in the outside of the cave. Outside of the cave. He argues that when someone get knowledge, when someone get knowledge, and goes back to the society in order to raise consciousness, of their fellow, comma, their fellow laugh at them. Their fellow laugh at them. Right? होता है ना ये? Their fellow laugh at them. But when they come out of the cave, and see the true knowledge outside of the cave, it brings true happiness. It brings true happiness. True happiness. And life becomes a good life. Becomes a good life. That. The story समझ में आया? Right, look at the all socio-religious reform that was initiated in 18th century in India, 19th century. लोग हंसते थे राजा राम मोहन रॉय पे, क्या कर रहा है, सती प्रथा को बंद कर रहा है, राइट, ये कास्ट के सिस्टम के बाद को ऐसे बोल रहा है. Look at women remarriages, the widow remarriages was advocated by many scholars. Society was not, happy with them, right? कोई आप मान लो कि आप अपने परिवार को बोलो कि अरे विडो रिमारिज, हंसेंगे, हाँ दुनिया क्या कहेगी, तुम कहाँ पढ़ के पागल हो गए क्या? होता है ना? If you go to your home back, right, and if you are living in a feudal society and if you speak something, वो हंसेंगे आपके ऊपर, right? तो हंसना क्या है? हंसना एक सिग्निफाई करता है कि they don't want to change, they are very hesitant to change. ठीक है? So हो गया खत्म. Now you also refer the book which I have given to you. Right. Next day we'll discuss the another theory, the ideal state. ठीक है? And then जो भी पढ़ना है हमें, we'll discuss idea theory of division of labor and justice. ऐसे हम लोग. Fine. Are you following Sunset TV? Are you writing about relationship? देखो सप्ताह में कम से कम एक तो देख लो. इतना टाइम मिलता है, अभी क्लासेस कम है, क्लासेस बढ़ जाएंगी तो आपके पास प्रेशर बढ़ जाएगा, राइट? एटलीस्ट एक तो करो वीकली. धीरे 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 करते हो जाएगा, राइट। डोंट वेट फॉर टाइम आएगा तो करेंगे, टाइम कभी नहीं आता है, आपको टाइम को लाना पड़ता है अपने पास खींच के, ठीक है। सो I'll end here and see you tomorrow. Fine? Got the सही पता चला? Clear everything? Okay.